weather seems pretty nice today, a lot of sunlight. And with that in mind, what's going on today? I thought this was kind of interesting. I guess it dealt with the war and stuff in Ukraine against Russia, and it kind of made me think how, in terms of things like drone regulations, these are probably the type of situations where, oh, we'll ban you before, but now that we need your help, I guess, like, please do this. This one here says, how a 15-year-old Ukrainian drone pilot helped destroy a Russian army column. As the Russian army made its move on Kyiv in late February, Ukrainian defenses enlisted a drone pilot to pinpoint a column of military vehicles approaching the capital from the west. The civilian who took on the task sent his drone up in a field near his house and found the Russian convoy. Ukrainian artillery destroyed it, and the drone operator was quietly saluted as a hero. He's also 15. And then think of this, again, I said before, if no one can fly it, no one will get experience. And it says here, the incident was confirmed by his parents, the head of the Ukrainian Drone Owners Federation, and a commander in the Armed Forces Unmanned Reconnaissance Section, saying here, quote, he was the only one who was experienced with drones in that region, explained the commander, Yuri Kazyanov. He's a real hero, a hero of Ukraine. Parkrasa said the experience was very, very scary, but he didn't want the Russian soldiers to overrun his town. And then the other point I was reading here, just in terms of, I guess, making it so ridiculous, over the top, where if nobody's using it anywhere, let's just say in a public or anything like that, it probably won't inspire others to try it, to innovate and so forth. This one says, afraid of heights, he saw a YouTube video of drone footage filmed over Kyiv and became hooked on looking at the world from above, he said. Using money he and his father made buying and selling cryptocurrency, he bought his first mini drone last summer and began flying it every day. Although once school began, he wasn't able to spend as much time with it. When the Russians came, he initially stayed home with his family, but a few days into the war, he was asked to help because he was the only person in the region with a working drone. Because his neighbors frowned on his drone, fearing it would make them targets, he took it to a nearby field with his father after dark. So there, again, it makes me think, just in terms of things like over-the-top regulations, can you imagine there? Hey, no flying because of this, quote, age. You can't fly anywhere. Not here, not there. No one did any captures. This person wouldn't have been inspired, for example, to try it out, correct? So that's another clear, good, I guess, point where a lot of people say, oh, I don't care about this, quote, guy flying here and there recreational. Who cares? You're not, quote, saving a life. I mean, it comes in full circles in terms of how people get involved and so forth. I mean, this guy or that guy might not be using it to save someone's life per se, like delivering medicine and all that, or transporting someone. But again, it comes in full circles. If someone else is doing something, let's just say creative, and it inspires someone else, that's a good thing overall, in my opinion anyways. I mean, how can people ask the person in a straight face, in my opinion, if you were one of those people saying, nope, I encourage people to spend tens of thousands of dollars or whatever to learn how to fly this, quote, drone, when most of them are pretty straightforward. Like here, the person learned pretty quickly from what I gather anyways. It's just a matter of practice. So anyone who encourages, again, over-the-top regulations and all that, it doesn't make sense overall, especially when you read stories like these. It shouldn't take, for example, until it's a dire situation, okay, now we need to, quote, I guess, train people to use stuff like this, or let them use it so that we have like this tool in that situation, because you can't say for one sensational example, oh, it's going to fly, for example, 1,000 feet in the air, kill hundreds of passengers and all that. It has to be more realistic with a common sense approach, in my opinion. And again, anyone who encourages like pushing courses and all that, or encouraging people to be banned here and there when they're doing nothing wrong, in my opinion, that's crazy. It's like what I said before, people always say, what if this, quote, tiny micro drone or something like that flies 2,000 feet in the air, hits the exact spot of an airplane, kills thousands of people or something like that? What are the odds of that happening versus, for example, like here, you make it so over the top and ridiculous where no one has the skill set, and when it comes time to the situation where you could use it, it's like, oh, sorry, we don't have anybody available. I mean, that's crazy. If afterwards you go up to them and go, okay, can you help us now? And how about this one? It sounded kind of neat. This one here says, non-tilting Cyclorotor Drone boasts unique abilities. Most drones need to tilt to move and correct against gusts of wind. Pitch Arrow's Astria, however, can keep itself preternaturally level and stable thanks to a novel use of cyclorotors that open up a range of use cases other drones can't handle. Cyclorotors, also known as waft-shider propellers, push air something like a paddle streamer pushes water. Each is a spinning barrel with blades along the sides capable of varying their pitch extremely quickly to vector thrust almost immediately in 360 degrees. Groups like Cyclotech, Yamamoto, and Russia's Foundation for Advanced Research are pushing forward in various efforts to commercialize and militarize cyclorotors as the sole propulsion system in electric and hybrid VTOL aircraft. Their first unique packaging and near-instant thrust vectoring capabilities offer some advantages that standard propellers, tilt rotors, and other solutions can't. Actually funny, just a general note there, they mentioned, for example, I guess Russia's foundation and so forth. I wonder if people, because of all this, will say, oh, we don't want to carry with this research anymore. Alright, see you guys later.